Friends, either you get a water filter or your body becomes the filter. Unfortunately, there's really no two ways about it. This is day 10 of Get Quenched, 28 days of hydration, and let's have a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation today about what's actually in the tap water that most people are drinking every single day without question. I want you to go to ewg.org/tapwater right now. That's the environmental working group. They keep a database of water quality reports for municipalities all across the US. Type in your zip code and you'll see a detailed breakdown of every single contaminant detected in your local water supply. What you'll find will likely horrify you. It's very sobering. Of course, you know about chlorines and chloramines that are used for disinfection, which of course destroy your gut microbiome, and are trihalomethanes, which means that when they volatilize, they actually turn into chloroform gas, like when you're taking a shower, for example. Of course, there's fluoride, which is a neurotoxin that accumulates in your soft tissues and glands, like your pineal gland. Heavy metals like lead, arsenic, chromium-6, and aluminum that leach from old pipes. There's agricultural runoff, including pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. There's industrial chemicals like PFAS, which are forever chemicals, and they've been linked to cancer, to immune suppression. You've got perchlorates that screw with your thyroid by blocking iodine receptors. There's atrazine, which is so disruptive to the endocrine system that it literally turns male frogs into female frogs in the wild. And you've got everything from birth control hormones to antidepressants to chemotherapy drugs that actually make it through the water treatment plants unchanged, because those plants are not designed to filter out these fine submicron pharmaceutical compounds. Now, that database doesn't even include microplastics, which are now found in nearly 100% of tap water samples tested, or countless other contaminants that just aren't being tested for because the regulations haven't nearly caught up to the reality of modern pollution. But your kidneys, your liver, your gut, your lymphatic system, they're all working overtime to filter out this chemical soup from your body. Your organs were never designed to handle this level of toxic burden. So either you get a high quality filter or your body becomes the filter. And trust me, your precious organs have far more important jobs to do than trying to detoxify municipal water. So yes, the body is adaptable and resilient, but the constant barrage over years really adds up over time. And this makes me so angry, y'all. I get so fired up about this. Water is nature's primary medicine, but it has become the Matrix's primary poison, and you are what you drink. So it's time for each of us to really take personal empowerment and sovereignty over our sacred sanguine bloodstreams. And no, unfortunately, that doesn't include the easy, cheap convenience of something like a Brita filter or a Pure filter or a Berkey filter. Sorry, not sorry, but I don't recommend those. So here's what to look for in a filter. At minimum, it should remove chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds. Carbon block filters are good for chlorine and some other chemicals, but they don't remove fluoride. Reverse osmosis filters remove almost everything, but they also strip the water of structure and beneficial minerals. So if you use RO, you have to structure, energize, and remineralize afterwards. My personal favorites are systems that combine multiple filtration stages without stripping the water completely, and ideally also include some level of restructuring built in. Now, if you can't afford a whole home system right now, or you rent and whole home doesn't make sense for you, opt for a good under sink or countertop filter, at least for drinking and cooking. Now, my absolute all-time favorite, and the one that I personally use, is called the Spring Aqua Wet 7. You can comment favorite filters, and I'll send you a curated list of all of the filters that I endorse, and you know how picky I am. Or if you want to follow along for the next 28 days, comment Hydration Workbook for the 28-day hydration guide, or comment Quenched to receive these daily lessons via email. You can invite me into your inbox so that you never miss a day, or you can comment NW course for my full course on everything that you need to know about hydration, about water alchemy, etc. We go much more in depth there. So I'll see you tomorrow. Be well and be water, my friend.